Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. It's not Tuesday, tonight. Because we're going to be playing Blueprints. I love this game so much, and I think it crashed or something. Let me restart it. Hang on. But yeah, I've been loving this game. I've been thinking about it nonstop. I want to play it some more. I want to see what's going on. Really excited about it. And yeah, I just thought it would be pretty fun. Woo, fam! Welcome to the stream. Let's get excited. Let's get into it. So, one thing I've noticed in playing through these games is a lot of times, and I did not start taking notes for this game until a little while in. I think the way the game presented a lot of the game mechanics and stuff like that is that when they presented the note about having a journal, I legit thought the game was going to give us a journal. And maybe it still will, but I have no idea. And I think the game was really hinting that I should take notes, except I didn't catch on right away. And one of the things that I've noticed through playing a lot of these games is my brain will notice things. My brain, I think, picks up on some puzzle pieces, and it's like, oh, is that important? Is that important? Is that important? And I don't know, but I think so. And so sometimes I'll be like going through, and then I'll just start like ignoring stuff, and I think some of the stuff comes up later, even though when I went back to watch my VODs, which is what I did yesterday, I watched like both VODs all the way through and I was taking notes as I was doing it. And I think that helped out a lot. And I think there's a couple things that I've noticed, and I don't know how this information plays in or how it's going to help me, but I think that it does. So I'll kind of talk about it and explain it as we're going through. But yeah, this game is really cool. Also, I've noticed here, just like on the globe, is the title Orindia and Edgesei, E-G-S-E-I, and Orindia, O-R-I-N-D-I-A. And so, I mean, clearly this isn't a country or anything here. It's interesting because there is this red crown. And we have definitely read a book about the Red Prince. What is this? Use Discord from the... I don't want to do that. Go away. Just give me the settings. I'm also going to bump up our... Oh, the brightness is bumped up. Maybe it's just because I have... just because it's daylight and we don't have any curtains in here yet. I thought I could see more of like the background previously. Oh, you can kind of see there's like the rogue moon. That might be... difficult to see, but the rogue moon is hanging out here. But yeah, we found like a book about a red prince. There's also these chess pieces. I think the compass was an item from the game. I don't know anything about a violin yet. But this stuff is interesting. It's interesting, and I think it's important. I don't know why yet, but I think it is. So I'll go ahead and let the game load itself in, but I'll show you. I now am a person with 31 pages of notes about this game. I did create a family tree. Day 6. I'm assuming nothing interesting is going to happen in this 2 seconds here. But I did make a family tree. Herbert, our great uncle, and Simon. I think maybe Simon was married to Clara. I'm not quite sure. Their daughter, though, in the very intro when I watched it back, he mentioned that her name, when Herbert was doing like his voiceover, he mentioned that he called her Mary Matthew. And we have found a letter about his niece named Marion. So I'm guessing Mary Matthew / Marion, same person. Daniel, our dad, and we are Simon P. Jones. Also started I've got a map of the estate, and I'm weirdly drawing where some things are around the outside. I want to know what's up with the gazebo. The gazebo's like driving me a little crazy. And next to the gazebo is like an old boat. And then I started drawing parts of the estate grounds so that I can remember where things are. I wrote down the goal. So again, our goal, what they mentioned at the beginning of the game, discover the location of the 46th room of my 45-room estate. I wrote down the rules, and I wrote down advice from our grandma. As he was like, as your grandma would say. It's in the letter here, actually. Your grandmother used to say, don't go where the path leads, abandon the path and go where you want it to lead. I have no idea if that's important, but we'll find out. All right. One of the things, I think my Kindle is upside down in its holder. All right. So we've got the inside, we've got the outside of our estate. There's that mountain. And it has this shape. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't know if this is important. There's a shape that we've seen that looks kind of like this in various places where it's like 3 triangles. I don't know. But I took notes. I took notes of the birds. I don't know if the birds are important or if anything in here is. I don't know how important everything in this game is because the more I look, the more important everything feels. I forgot to switch to desktop. There we go. All right. Sorry, this shape, this like triangular mountain shape where there's like one triangle in front here, a second triangle over here, and a big one in the back, although that's a weird mountain shape. But all right, we've got everything outside, and I don't think there's really much we can do in there yet. There is this view here. I don't know if this is really important. I'm also really interested in this, like, logo. The place is called Mount Holly. But I'm kind of interested. This looks like a pen nib, if that makes sense. When you're using, like, fountain pens, the nib. There's also this circular shape where it's not quite, like, even circles. I'm trying to get, like, a better view of it. It's, like, a bigger circle and, like, slightly smaller circles. Some holly leaves coming off. Not entirely sure. I also noticed this clock. I call it round top clock. I'm not sure if it's important. This, I believe, is our dude, our man. Is that our, I think that's our great uncle. And then there's whoever this is. Looks like they have their eyes closed. Bow tie on. Anyway. One thing I noticed in my playthroughs, and I mentioned in the very first stream, I was like, wonder if these are important. So far, I think in every single room, there is a pair of paintings or drawings. Always 2 of them together. I guess the only exception to that would be the drawing room, but there are 2 specific ones in the drawing room. So I'm going to draw our attention to this. So this is the Ace of Spades. But the spade very much looks like this, right? Like it kind of has the same imagery as the logo here for the estate. So I don't know if that's important, but it is the Ace of Spades. And then we have the Queen of Diamonds. So in this room, those 2 pictures, as far as I watched in all of my runs so far, every day prior to this, these 2 pictures are always the same. What I noticed, though, as I was going through and making notes of them, at first I started writing down all the pictures that were in each room that I encountered. Then, when I watched my day 2, I noticed that the pictures in the rooms changed. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe they're not important. But they're always in the same pairs. They're not randomly pictures. So let me go in a room. Let's see what we get here. Let's go to the den so that we can go north and to the side. here. This one is a bridge. This one is a bride, right? Lady in a wedding dress, bride. So, I've started writing a lot of these down, and as I'm going through, I'm noticing some similarities of words. So here we have bridge and bride. We'll go through more and we'll see what we find. Other things that I wrote down in here, things about gears, there's lots of clocks. And then there's this clock, and I've seen this clock in a painting. Not in this room, but in a different room. So I can't tell if these pictures are related to locations, because when I looked at, okay, if I leave the estate and I go to the right, there's a gate I can't go through, and beyond that I can see a bridge that looks like this one. It looks like a small wooden bridge. So I don't know if like one part of every clue is or like, I don't know if these are clues, but I'm trying to put it together. I don't know if every one of these is a location and one is like a thing.
Welcome to the crew.
Oh, that scared me so much. Hello, Toon Tom 12. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, that scared me. I forgot I had that going. I was like, who's speaking in my ears? But welcome. Okay, so I don't know if this is a location or if they're just like pairs of paintings, but I can tell you that I have only so far seen the bride and the bridge together. I've not seen either of them with another painting. They're always together. There's also this clock. Its pendulum doesn't swing, but it is moving. So I don't know what's up with that. Grab our gem before I forget. There's lots of clocks. There's just lots of clocks in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't know if this is important, this clock. I don't know if this unlocks at some point. I don't know if these swans are important, but I feel like I've noticed some swans. But like I mentioned, I've seen this in a painting. This particular clock. And so, again, I can't tell if one of the paintings is like a clue to a location and one is something that you have to do somewhere. The other thing, I mentioned this multiple times, that I saw multiple chess pieces, but didn't take any notes on it until now. So I also have notes. I have room notes for every single room. So I wrote down that this chess piece is a white pawn. I don't know if it's important, but like every room seems to have one. Every room that I can tell. Well, not everyone, but almost everyone seems to have one. I think the ones that I've noticed that don't have them are, I think the closet doesn't have one. I think like the hallways and corridor and passageway don't have one, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, the foundation! The foundation's still there and it's still in that location. I didn't even look at the map. I didn't even look at the map. Okay. Oh, we can't get to it. All right, I'm gonna grab the commissary and see what's going on in here. Okay, here we go. These two paintings in the past were, when we went in here, there was like a chart, like a graph on the wall, and there was also like a mine cart. Here's the two for this room. And again, I have always seen these two paired together, and I have not seen them with anything else. I haven't seen them with anything else. So I wrote down stairs, right? Which are very similar to the library stairs. We found the library last time, and the library has a spiral set of staircase. The other thing, too, is this one. This might be important because this is one of the symbols, one of the constellations from the observatory. So, with and without, so, yeah, stairs and stars. Fair, you're getting it. Yes, it's stairs and stars. The other one was bride and bridge. They're all like this. I don't know. I don't know if it's the letter I is important and the letter G is important. But yeah, you're already on it. It took me a hot minute to notice. But yeah, stairs and stars. So I don't know if these locationally are important. I have no idea. I still can't figure out what this is. Oh no, why? I know it looks like ING to me, but maybe it's not. I don't know. What's for sale? Oh, I can get a gem. A magnifying glass. I want a magnifying glass. Because I think that the magnifying glass might let me zoom in on stuff like this. I think it might let me zoom in on like that stuff in the mailroom. Also, as far as I'm aware, and let me look at the background here. This room doesn't have a chess piece. I looked. It's got water. It's got, okay, Dirigiblocks. Oh, do you have a letter? Is that like, oh, packages. There's like a person in a balloon. I wonder if I have a coin later. Can I try playing this? Also, I wanted to look at this. This one looks like it has like a, almost like a down arrow. I don't know. Again, how much of the things that I'm finding are important? I don't know. Nauseam, hi! Oh, heck yes! So, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I can come back here with a coin later. I don't think I've ever tried. Okay. I'm not gonna buy any, well, I can't buy anything right now. So, let's go back down. Down. The amount of which I hate the chapel is a lot. But I'll go in it now because I don't have any coins. Okay, I also need notes. I also have some notes on the chapel. Okay, hang on. Where's my chapel note? Chapel. I want to double check. I don't know if these like stained glass pictures are important. This game is so good. I'm excited. It's freaking. It's my mind is just like, oh. Okay. All right. Nothing over here, right? I can't like do anything with like a book or anything. Okay. Okay, this one. This room has a white bishop. So, nauseam. I play tested for this. It's been so hard not to say. You play tested for this? That would be so amazing. Hard not to say anything about it the past couple years. This game is phenomenal so far. I'm loving it. Okay, but okay. So there's a lot of rooms so far that I've found that have pawns. Also, I believe this is another room with no paintings, but it does have all this stained glass. So I had noted before that they have different numbers. Now, I don't know if I have to do something with this information, but I wrote down number 1, I think she looks like a farmer with a hoe. So I wrote that down. Number 2 is, I wrote chef, question mark, with a pizza paddle, right? It looks like one of those pizza paddles. So happy for the dev. This game has done numbers none of us expected. Well, phenomenal work on it because it's so mind-blowingly cool. But yeah, I think this is like a chef with a pizza paddle. What other letters and pictures do you have? Oh, I have so many. I have so many. Because, and I didn't even notice for a while until I really started writing them all down. And here's the other thing I noticed. Some of the pictures, so far, I mentioned the bride and the bridge, and I have not seen either of those images paired with anything else. Stairs and the stars, I have not seen those paired with anything else. But some of them I have. Some of them I have seen paired with something else, but it's only ever the same 2 things that are, or 3 things, I guess. So somewhere in here, I've seen like a theater, what looks like a stage, and I've seen a deer, right? There's like a deer and he has the antlers. So I'm like stage and stag. That's what I'm thinking. I've also seen the deer and like a tag with the number 10 on it. So I'm like stag and tag. So I'm trying to figure out if there's like some kind of like chain of putting them all together, and I just haven't seen all the pictures yet. Because the other thing I noticed, was that as I go further north, I think I get more different pictures than I've seen. I don't know. But so far, by golly, I have The Queen of Diamonds, that's kind of my jumping off point. And I have seen the Queen of Diamonds with like what looks like an old-timey car. So I'm like, card and car. Now I've also seen old-timey car with the mine cart. I've also seen the cart with the graph that was in the commissary, the chart. I haven't seen the chart with anything else yet. So that's as far as I've gotten. But I'm creating this like trail of pictures to see if like the letters that change spell out anything. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but my brain was like, is this a thing? But a lot of them. So I've got where is it? I've got bridge and bride. I've got flan and fan. I've got crown and crow, road and rod, clock and lock, cart and car, pine and pin, bath and bat, a house and a hose, paint and a pint, I think, crow and row, because it was like a boat, stag and tag, stage and stag, sand and. I've also got stage and sage, so I don't know. And some of them I don't have anything for. Like there's one, and if I come across them, I'm going to be like looking really hard. There's a lot of them for, there's so many painting pairs, but they're always in pairs. I've also got ones where there's like a picture of the grandfather clock, and then I also saw the lock, so clock and lock. But I've also seen the grandfather clock and what appears to be a tie. Like a tied tie. And I don't know that one. I've also seen the tie and what looks like a cake stand. But again, I only noticed this as I was taking notes when I was watching back my VODs. So it wasn't like I could stop and stare at them. I was trying to like pause my video so that I could like get a good shot of it and try and figure out, oh, I know. Oh, I have a whole, we've got 3 pages full of just pictures notes. Oh yeah, I also found a picture that's like an old airplane and then some blueprints. So I figured plane and plan. Time and tie. Very hard. This game is amazing. I don't even know if this is important, but by golly, like I'm just excited. Okay, let me go back real quick though to my chapel notes. Okay, we have a chef with, I don't know, but it looks like a pizza paddle to me. You know, the things you like scoop the pizza on. We've got what appears to be like another farmer, but this is more like a rancher, maybe? I wonder if rancher is a thing. They have a pitchfork. There's like a chimney sweeper with a chimney broom. There's what appears to be 5 is on. I put a maid with a broom. And then 6 is like a horseback rider with a crop, like a riding crop. And then 7 is up here, and it's this like queen with, I wrote a scepter and a shield. So I don't know. I also wanted to look at the people. This person has like a crown, and it's like a woman. I wonder if I can get a better look from over here. This one, some kind of dude with like a big Pope-looking hat. Yeah, we'll see. I don't think the order that we find them matters. That's why I was trying to link them up together in a chain. Because as far as I can tell, aside from the one in the entrance hall, a lot of them have been the same pairs, but they're randomly placed in different rooms. So it seems like you could order them any which way. I know there's so many things in this game, and I think it's so much more because I was so disappointed in like the parlor puzzle when we came across it. I was like, I thought this was supposed to be like a puzzle game. So like but now I'm just like blown away. I'm so excited. Hang on just a second. Let's see. It's a math tutorial puzzle in disguise. This game, the dartboards, yeah. But like, even that puzzle, like once we figured it out, like impressed. And Killer Ducky, I'm so glad you're here. Like, okay, this guy's got like a sensor and a book. Wait, did this guy have a sensor and a book? No, this guy had like a book and a staff. What's this lady got? Wait, lady? What's wrong with this lady? What's happening here? Is her hand like come to me? Because it looks like she has like a tentacle. Okay. So I've got 2 ladies, 2 guys, 1 crown, 1 big hat. Alright, I don't know. Let's go this way. I want the utility closet, but I don't want it to be on the other side of the chapel. I hate the chapel so much. All right. So here, we've got a desert and dessert. Okay. Previously I had this one as flan, because there was like flan and fan, but now I'm thinking this is dessert and desert. Okay. Yeah, give me the key. I don't know what to do with this information. So what's going on outside the window? Where am I? Oh, I'm still at the front. I'm still at the front of the house. Okay. We got, this is our uncle, right? What's going on out here? Yeah, this is the gate. This is the gate that I can't get through. And there's like a bridge. There's a bridge over here. Where's the bridge? Let me see. What's going on over there? There's a door. Do you see the door? More doors. There's just like a path. Don't go where the path takes you. Go where you want it to lead. I thought there was a bridge here. There's no bridge. There is a plank. Maybe the bridge is the other way. Maybe the bridge is further. I think the bridge is like over here. GIS. Yeah. Oh, dang. Because there's a big tree. There's a big tree somewhere. There's the bird bath. Still don't know if the bird baths are important, but there's a bird bath. There's also big tree. I've got those on my map. River. Where's this river even go? Does it go under the house? Is the house built on top of this river? It seems not the greatest idea. Ah, I'm trapped. Okay, what do you guys want from me? Also, this one's a black pawn. I haven't seen very many black chess piece rooms. I've seen a lot of white chess piece rooms. And why they're chess pieces, I don't know. But it's the one thing I noticed, because in one of the rooms, I can't remember which room it is. I think it's the bedroom. But the color of the chess piece and chess pieces that you find really don't match the rest of the room. In terms of color palette, they're like a slightly off kind of white. And it becomes more noticeable. And then you start seeing them everywhere. This box and the blue box are empty. Black box contains gems. All 3 boxes are empty. Okay, that's a lie. You're a liar. This box and the blue box are empty. That you're a liar. The black box contains gems. So you're the truther. And you got the coins, or the gems, or the whatevers. Bing, bing. Okay. Dessert and desert. Okay. Going this way. Ooh, let's get a courtyard. Yeah, let's get a courtyard. Courtyard's fun. And also, because I can see out the... I can't see out the windows! Lame. Alright, courtyard. I thought this room had a shovel one time. Does it only have a shovel one time? Can it not have a shovel if, like, the commissary has a shovel? How's this go? 4 trees. Oh, 4 trees is important. Why is everything being, like, boarded up and fixed? Hose? There's a... Wow, what's that? Oh, okay. I have Discord open. That's what's going on. Alright, close Discord right now. Alright, there we go. Okay. Alright. There's some windows up there. Those windows don't go anywhere. That's the outside of the house. Okay. board it up. Patio. Some more green rooms. Some more... Hi, Foundation. I've missed you. I'm glad to see you again. What was this? Yes, okay, that was all about that. There's a grill. Okay, now I can see more. The shovel. We found it. And I didn't have to buy it. Okay, so what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Bird bath. Big tree. Bird bath. Big tree. What room am I on? Let me update my map. Again, no idea if any of this is important, but... Okay, I'm in the third room up, and the bird bath is slightly up from where I am. And then the big tree is slightly more up. So tree and BB for bird bath. Okay. What's that? What's that right there? What is that? What's that? Oh. What is that? I don't know. I'm gonna dig up these spots. Coins! Coins! A few unimpressive pebbles. Not even worth picking up. Lame. So the foundation never moves. The foundation is where it is. Ooh, more coins. Or a coin, I suppose. Still. And an unremarkable rock. Okay. Okay, let's go to the foundation. Hi, Foundation. How you be? I still don't know how to get to this elevator. This elevator is so... I'm so glad I got a shovel. Ooh, key. Few old coins. Ooh, we're up to 5 now. I think there was like one more. No, only 2 diggable spots. Okay, that's fine. There's like this mine shaft and an elevator. Elevator has a switch up there, but how do I lower it? Am I gonna like toss some rocks in it and like weigh it down? Or I think last time I tried to see if any of these were like pushable. See if I could push something over there. I don't know what's up with the foundation. And honestly, you'd think it would be under the house. Who knows? Alright, let's go. Ooh, drawing room. Okay. So now we have the drawing room. Okay, drawing room is a white pawn. I don't think I had that one before. Notes. Drawing room. Chess piece. White pawn. I also wrote that there's a clock in here. I don't know if that's important. Also, a lot of the drawings are like all people walking and horses walking and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, there's this mantle clock, which I think matches the mantle clock in the parlor, in the something. Right, so there's all these same pictures, then there's these two. This is it. Oh, a coat and a cot. A coat and a cot. I thought it was a robe. When I watched the VODs, I couldn't tell, and I never paused on the picture long enough. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a cot, but I can't tell what the other thing is. Coat and cot. And then there's also this unfinished picture of our great uncle. Is there anything important? Oh! Sorry. I just noticed. I never really looked at this picture. I was like, yeah, a picture of our great uncle, whatever. But then I just saw, like, this was down. I just saw that this was down. Oh, sorry, Killer Ducky. Yeah, I just saw that this one was angled down in the picture, and I was like, ah! My brain put it together. Yeah, he was sitting in that chair for his picture. And so that's the difference there. Oh, dang. Oh, you play enough that you progress. Okay. I was like, oh. I've wanted so much to watch other people playing this, but I'm so scared. Okay, now we had like a 9083 or something like that. Alright, well. Okay, so the code for... The code for the safe in the boudoir is in the boudoir. I don't know if there's any clues here. Let me just see if that's what that code was. I know that the note that we found that on was red. But it's possibly important. I also have 1213, which is the code from the coat of arms in the wine room. Okay. So, but I wonder if when they're like the code to the safe on that red note, wouldn't be like backwards, would it? I don't know how many other like digit notes that I have really. What did the letter about the painting? Oh, did it say when it was painted? No, I don't. Well, I'm not gonna say no, but I'm just gonna say I don't remember or I don't know. Is the clock in here stuck on a time? No, it's moving. Okay. I can't believe there was a safe the whole time. Okay. There's like all these pictures have arrows between their feet. They have two feet. What about the horse? Isn't there a horse right here? You have 2 feet. You have 2 feet. 2 feet. 2 feet. What's the horsey? Feet. Alright. Is it like a how many of each painting are there? Oh, this guy's headed left, but this guy's headed right. Some of the horses go one way, some of them go the other. It's just reversals of same picture. I don't know what the code to the safe is. I'm trying to think, is it like specifically like the paintings above the doors or the center painting of every room, like 1313, because it's 1313. Did I not hit like clear between all these? No idea. All right. Well. Okay. Well, we know where the safe is now. Yeah, see, so every time I've been, like, zooming around day to day so far, I don't know. I just wonder, like... Sorry, I keep getting a little message. Let's see. I keep trying to... I don't know. I feel like every time I've gone through, like, the rooms, I've, like, zoomed around so fast, and I feel like I really need to slow down and, like, analyze a lot more of what's going on. I don't remember where the letter even was about this picture, which sucks. It's not in here. I don't think it's the letter from the parlor. I think the letter from the parlor only talks about the parlor, like, game. Oh, the conference room. Feels like a good idea, actually. Okay. Oh, here's the stage. And sage? Or is it something else? Theater. And I don't know. I don't even know if that's sage, but I was thinking stage and sage. Oh yeah, here it is. Safe code 9083, but that's not correct. And then this. There's also a safe in the office, which I don't think I've written that down yet. Let me write that down in my office notes. Also, I think the office is a really important room, and I really would like to get back to it because we got to that room and we were out of steps, so we had to call it a day the second we unlocked and entered that room, which sucked. But one of the things that I did notice was that there is, I think, a white queen or king in that room. There's also, in the dark room, there's a picture of a lady. Stage and sage seems like a solid guess. Yeah, I was trying. If you think of anything else, let me know. But yeah, there's a picture in the dark room of a lady sitting in front of the computer in that room, so I know there's a computer. There's also apparently a safe in there. But we haven't been in that room really. We have, but not in a way where I was allowed to explore it. Alright, well, good news is this is kind of in the middle of... sort of in the middle of the house. Yeah, so any items that spread will immediately gather in here. So we'll come back and look. I try to, like, look and see if there's anything interesting around the room. I also really want to get back to the ballroom. Alright. Ooh, keycard door. I have not been in the maid's chambers yet. But I'd really like to find something that goes north, just in case. Gem requirement. Fudge. I mean, okay. I want to check out the maid's chambers because we haven't been in them. I don't think any of these, I get like, oh, I can't go north. But like, honestly, none of these is going to be my winning run. There is clearly so much I don't know about this game that there's no way we are even close to finishing. So I'm going to keep trying to go north just so that we can continue, oh, I think I just got this one. I'm going to continue going north just so we can continue to get space and unlock rooms and things. But I wonder if this one is fire and fir. Like a fir tree is another type of coniferous tree. Fire and fir, maybe? Because I was trying to find like match or light or fire or something. But does fire and fir? Alright. Staff notice. Oh, wait. I also need to make a room note. Because I don't have this room yet. Yeah, see, I don't know if these are actually spelling anything. Or is it like a mega unscramble? But if it is, there's so many things to unscramble then. Alright, what is this? Maid's room? And in here, there is a staff notice. The day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have an interest in attending services may contact Mrs. Babbage. She's like the house supervisor or something. She's been mentioned before in a note, and I wrote her down somewhere. In the following instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holly is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November 6th. Mrs. Babbage. And he's a Baron. He's a Baron. Do I have that on my family tree? Because they've mentioned something about like a royal court before, and I don't know how important that is. But I'm going to write down that he is a baron. And so I think there's like a king as well. The Baron of Mount Holly, H.S. Sinclair. I still don't know what his middle name is. But yeah, somewhere in here, Mrs. Babbage has been mentioned before that she's like in charge of the staff. Write that date down. That's fine. I can do that. Okay, so this staff notice said that Herbie dead, out by 11:06. All right. Okay, so we got a mirror, a sink, and a pot. We have like a dress form. Ooh, we have a picture. Okay, we've seen some of these people before. None of them is our uncle. I feel like anything with numbers could be important. Yes, absolutely. I'm going to take a picture of this picture. So we've seen some of these people before in the dark room. Somewhere in the dark room is a picture of, I believe, these two maids in one of the green rooms. It looked like, I don't think it was like the patio, but it might have been the courtyard. Not sure where this was taken either. This dude and this dude had like a note in his hand. He had a note, but you couldn't read it or anything. But he had a note in one of the pictures. These dudes I've never seen. This dude I've never seen. These could all be staff, yeah. Maybe this is Mrs. Babbage. She looks like she like hurt her wrist. Why is she sitting down? I don't know, but yeah, a lot of these people have had their pictures taken. Maybe this guy's like a chauffeur, a butler or something. I don't know. Mila. Oh. That's the maid with the broom. Oh no. Oh no. Is there a statue of every one of those stained glass pictures with like a name on it? Maid, statue, angel equals Mila. Yeah, that one dude has like a chauffeur hat, and the maids, maybe butlers. Yeah. Okay, wait, where's my chapel notes? Okay, chapel notes. Maid with broom, number 5, Mila. Okay, and then Cinca Co. Sure, Cinca. Okay. Maid's outfit. A hat. Vacuum. Dustpan, broom, and a trash can. So the maid's room has no chess piece. Also, there's like a lot of geese around. Not sure why geese, but there's geese. Okay. Maid's room. Okay. It's the library. Oh, the cloister? 3 gems. Oh, the library, because we also ordered a book. Ah, here's Clock and Lock. Right, Clock and Lock. Also, here's the stairs. So, and again, this clock... Oh, maybe it's not the den clock. It doesn't look like the den clock now that I look at it closer. Alright. Additional reading. Yeah, directory. Where's the book I ordered? Where's the book I ordered? Oh, it's the one right here on the table. Jean Ribbon, Paul Withers, Simon P. Jones. So this is November 12th, 1993. Okay. This is the, I got the EPCW pump system. All right. I'm just going to take a picture of this. Gene Ribbon, Paul Withers, Simon P. Jones. So it's 11/12/93. I don't know. I think there's like a pump room somewhere. I feel like that's been mentioned. Or maybe I've convinced myself that that's a thing. Pool Series 8, EPCW pump system engineered specifically for the luxury requirements of today's indoor in-ground swimming pool and spa. The EPCW system is also expandable, allowing you to use multiple pumps to control the water flow and volume to several different designated tanks and aquatic house features, be it an aquarium, fountain, or good old-fashioned swimming pool. I still haven't made it to the aquarium because I ended up choosing the foundation instead of the aquarium. So there's that. And there's also the fountain that's out front and the swimming pool, which we have seen the indoor swimming pool. Okay. Water level indicators, source label, and selection buttons. Whether you're using a single tank system or an array of pumps, the water control panel serves as a central hub for your EPCW system. The panel is fitted with a number of buttons equal to your own home's needs. One button for each different water source on the estate. Function is simple. Press a button to select the water source you would like to adjust. For example, if you wish to drain or fill your pool, we could also drain the pool, but I don't know if that would get us anything. But simply press the button labeled pool. Regardless of the number of pumps or water sources being used, water can only be adjusted from a source if its corresponding button is selected. $10 says that we'll find it, it'll be labeled with fountain, and the button will be missing. Alright. After you have selected a source using the water control panel, the next step is to set the pump associated with that source to either pump in or out. This will initiate water flow to or from one of your supply tanks. So to the tank, pump lever, probably like to the tank and away from the tank. Controls the water flow direction and to the selected source. A pump may be connected to more than one tank, allowing you to store and retrieve even more water, recommended for cleaning larger Olympic-sized pools. In these cases, the tank a pump is using can be changed by the simple flip of a switch. So I'm sure we'll have to do like some water flow things. Okay, quick start guide. Use water control panel to select water source. Use pump lever to set direction of water flow. Okay. Interesting. Okay, but can I get another book? Or is this the only book I get? Or do I have to draft the library again? It'll be like, oh, that book is gone. Now you can order another book, you know. All right. All right, I don't see a chess piece down here. I feel like this room is so important. I feel like it has to have one. Okay, this is just our records. Does this room not have a chess piece? Also, there's a scrapbook. Okay, so this picture. We've seen this picture before. We saw it in the dark room. Hi, Medio. Yes, please lurk. Please avoid spoilies. This game is going fantastic. It's fantastic. You're fantastic. You should probably play this game. I mean, I've said that like a ton of times, but you know. All right. We've seen this picture, though, in the dark room before. And this tree was still in it. It hadn't been chopped down yet. And there was a heart carved into the bark of the tree and something very tiny in there. And then there's like his weird selfies in the bathroom, the lavatory. There's also greetings from Reddington. That postcard, I believe, is in the bedroom, but I don't know what Reddington is or why it's important. But I think there was something about Reddington or Orindia or something was like one of the books we could choose. Also, what is this picture? Do I get a camera at some point and I put pictures in? I don't know. The Baron of Mount Holly names his nephew as provisional heir. So we became heir on 11/5. It's now 11/12. And everybody had to be out of the house by 11/6. All right, the rest of this is just like, I don't know. Yeah, maybe one day, secret passage. Holly. There's like a holly bush. I don't know. All right. Either way. I'm not seeing, if I look at the tops of everything, I'm not seeing a chess piece. Which is weird. Because this room feels important. So why no chess piece? Alright, I guess. Library, no chess piece. Magnifying glass was 4. 4 gold. I want to get it again. Specifically because, like, if we can get to the dark room, maybe I can find that picture. Which I think will probably have maybe a code to unlock the lock that I would hope goes to someplace. My brain. Orchard. The orchard. The laundry. Launder currency? The study? What? Oh, I should probably get like the East Wing Hall or something. But new rooms. I should probably get the East Wing Hall. Maybe we'll get some other cool stuff. I don't know if we've even... honestly, I don't even think we've been in the East Wing Hall. I think all 3 of those were new rooms. Now that I think about it. We've only been in West Wing Hall. Oh, the gazebo. Who are you, ma'am? I will find out. Or what I think is a ma'am. Yeah, if you look at it from, like, freaking any other angle, there's the boat. There's the boat over there. I don't know. If you look at it from, like, any angle other than probably the next room over, it's like, oh, you can't see who's in there. Whatever. What are these? Flowers? A vase, some vases, a hat, luggage. Okay. Okay. This one I haven't figured out. This is the mountain range that's outside. And these are peas in a pod. Peas? Peas. No idea. Peas and peak? Do you think it's peas and peak? Because then that's just like a 1-letter change. Peak. Peas. Peaks and peas? Maybe, yeah. Peaks. Unless you can think of something else. This one I've been struggling with for a hot minute. I'm going to head back down to see if I can kind of wiggle my way back around to the commissary. Because I would really like the magnifying glass. In order to wiggle... Let me check out the kitchen. Ah, the gem requirement. Let's check out the nook. Giza Tech. Here we have the cart, the mine cart, and car. Cart and car. Also, this one is a white Rook. I have that written down as well. I can't get any of these books. Yeah, when this game talked about getting a journal, I really did think they were gonna like give me one. Also, what is this? Is this like a jukebox? I don't know. I'm also still just curious about the word beside. You will regret not having beside you on your journey. Beside. I don't know. This room's weird. Okay. Let's do the bedroom. Alright. Here is the bath. And this is a bat. Bath and bat each. There's also a top hat. This is also a white chess piece room. There's also a lot of origami cranes, and I don't know why. And there's like these things. And I feel like there's something that looks similar to this on like the table in the intro to the game, but I don't know. Is this like a thing? I don't understand the statue. This is kind of like a weird, I don't know, something. Yeah, here's the greetings from Reddington. Like, postcard. I don't know. Yeah, more origami cranes. Oh, I'm stuck. There's this. Which I can't seem to open. Sticks in a jar. Gotta have your sticks in a jar. This. Okay. Here's my deal. Who is this woman? Right? Because this woman has the necklace. And it's of the rogue moon. Right? It's that moon with like a circle. But I don't think this is Clara. I don't know who this is. But Clara, I thought, had a beauty mark. She's a beautiful woman. I agree. But I don't know who it is. And I don't know if that's important or not. Know what I mean? Okay, picture of woman with moon necklace, but not Clara, question mark? I'm just going to write no beauty mark. Oh, I thought this was like a chess piece. I thought that was a pawn. But yeah, this is the room that I first really noticed it. Because see like the color difference, basically? Like everything else has this like weird, almost more like purpley hue. And then like this sticks out as being like more yellowish. And it feels like it really contrasts. And then once you notice it here, I started noticing it like everywhere. But it's not like a thing, right? Okay, I saw there was whatever this is on one side, but not on the other. All right. Anything under there? All right. Anything about this globe? No. Let's go down. Yeah, hallway's perfect. And we upgraded our hallway, so now every time we go through the hallway, it gives us a key. So yeah, I thought this one was pine and pin. So pine and a safety pin. Else in this little corner. The laboratory. No! I don't have a gem. Come on, dude. I just really was not expecting it to, like, pop up here, of all places. Oh, come on, man. Okay, closet, I guess. I think the guest bedroom, it'll have 2 paintings in it. It has nautical decor, 2 beds, and the note that is in here is by KL, I think. There's also a basketball in here. But the note is by what looks like KL, and it's the note, I believe, about the billiards puzzle. I'm gonna go with the closet. I'm gonna get some items. Okay, I was like, one of them better be a freaking gem. Okay, here is what I thought was stag and tag. Right, it's like the number 10, a tag, and a stag. As far as I'm aware, this one does not also have a puzzle piece that I have been able to see anywhere. I can't, like, get that briefcase or anything. This. Or anything up there, is that? No, okay. Anything down there? No. Anything in any of the shirts? Anything in here? No, okay. Alright. Gisa tech this. Alright. Sorry. It's so hard because it's like I want to buy a magnifying glass, but I mean, I'm going to. But it would be really nice also if we had gems. Inspect documents of the estate more closely. Yes. Swan song? Oh, computer terminal password. Computer terminal password. I wasn't wrong about it being starting with an S and ending with an NG. My swan song. That's like the thing that you... What is like a good definition of a swan song? It's like, I'm going out, this is my last great masterpiece kind of a deal. Metaphorical term for a final performance, effort, or gesture before retirement or death. So if your theory about stringing certain pictures together, then we have 2 ES together. EE? 2 E's together. E. I don't know. I don't know. I really truly don't know. I don't know how they would go in order. I don't know if they go in any kind of order. I don't know. But like, just because I happen to like, it feels completely random. I don't know. I don't know. Is it random? Are they? I don't know. Do we have any other matchings other than the tree picture? Not so far in this day, but in the past, yes. So I've had the dessert picture is flan, and I've had flan and flan, and fan, which is an L, and I've had the dessert and desert, but the dessert and the flan are the same picture. I've also had the clock. The grandfather clock has been also with the lock, so clock and lock, but then we think it's also time and tie. So I've had that together. There's the old airplane and the blueprints, which I think are plane and plan. There's also the old airplane that, so the old airplane flying through the sky, and then there is, and I think this was on the VOD, and I tried to look at it as best I could. It looked like somebody had like a paintbrush like this, and they were painting a full moon. I think they were painting, I'm not entirely sure, but I think it was like a hand, and it looked like a full moon. but I don't know what that is. So some of these have more than one match, but they never have more than 2 matches that I've seen. It's like I've seen the pine tree with the match, and I've seen the pine tree with the safety pin. I've never seen the pine tree anywhere else. So they have up to 2 matches, which is why I'm like, is it the match and then the tree and then the tree and then the safety pin, and then maybe I'll find the safety pin with something else, but I haven't yet. So I'm trying to figure out if it's only the ones with multiple matches, because in the front room I've seen the Ace of Spades and the Queen of Diamonds card. I've also seen the Queen of Diamonds card with the minecart. So I don't know. Okay, did I actually write this down? Hang on. Let's see. Hang on. Let me write down real quick this note. Where is... And it sucks that I couldn't get the laboratory too, because it has a computer terminal in it. Okay. Oh, I really wish also that we had the mail room. The mail room has a message that I haven't been able to look at on one of the notes. I also wish we had the dark room, because I want to see what's on that picture. Okay. Other painting matches. There's so many. Okay. So I have the cart. It's the card and the car. The car and the cart, the mine cart. The cart and the chart, which was the graph. I have those. So I have bride and bridge, but that's a single pair. Rod and road, that's a single pair. We've talked about the clock. I've got the bat and the bathtub. Or the bat and the bath, but that's its own pair. The tie. So I've got the lock and the grandfather clock. The grandfather clock and the tie. The tie and what appears to be a cake stand. It looks like a multi-tier. It's probably tie and tier, T-I-E-R. It's a multi-tiered cake stand. So it could be tier. As far as I know, the stairs and the diamonds. This is by itself. Well, I've also seen... Okay, the cot and the code. I got that now. I've also seen one that looks like an orchard, but it looks like an orchard in a box. It looks like a box with like a bunch of plants in it. And then there's also a guy who looks like either a pilot or an Oh, it's probably pilot and plot. Like a plot of land. I was like, he looks like a pilot or an explorer because he's wearing like aviator goggles. And he's got like a scarf on that's like blowing in the wind. I'll bet it's pilot and plot. Okay, we also have the stage and the stag and the tag. We have pine tree, pin, and then fur and fire. So those have the tree that matches. So the desert. I have the desert and the and symbol. I think it's called an ampersand, if I remember correctly. Where it's like the symbol for at. It's what if you hit shift and then the number 7. It's that one. So I've seen that with the desert. So it's sand and then I've also seen the desert with the dessert. But sand and dessert. I have seen the peas with what we think might be the peaks, the mountain. I've also seen the peas with the lock. I have not figured out the peas in the lock yet. I've seen the crow with a man in a boat, which I think is crow and row. I've also seen crow and crown together. I've seen a paint can, which I think is paint, and a beer, a pint of beer, so paint and pint. I also wrote down a mansion and a hose, which I think is just house and hose. Oh, I've also seen the bath. I forgot. I saw the bathtub with a vial of liquid. Like it's a little, like a vial, and it's got liquid in it, and it's got a cork stopper. in it. But I can't figure out how to fit Vial and the, like, claw-footed bathtub together. It's so much. It's so, like, overwhelmingly much. Can I play this? Oh, dang it. Okay. Can I put a coin in here somewhere? No. Okay, so I cannot play Dirigiblox. Alright, let's go, I guess, up from the den real quick and see if we can figure out, or not figure out, but put something in this room. Let's do the observatory. The observatory has a gem requirement, but this will give me 4 stars, I believe, which is gonna give me a gem. I think that's the Diamondus Minor constellation. We will find out. Yeah, 4 stars. Oh, what's this one? Rod and a road? That was what I had put together. Rod and road. None of these letters together give me anything useful. So far, I'd have to be able to have a full crack of your nose. I can absolutely post pictures to the thing. Oh. This isn't our world as we know it, that's for sure. I think the North Pole. Okay. Oh. This one also spins. I definitely, oh, this one, yeah, this one is a white knight. Also, this book was on the able to be checked out list. Fen Aries, Bird and Sun Publishing, 1809. But this book was also able to be checked out at the library. And I wonder if I should, because I wonder if something's like written in it. I don't think there's anything small in here. But yeah, Diamondus Minor. So every time we draft this room, we add another star. Also, I don't know what... Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. I don't know if special flowers is like when you dig in the dirt and you get something, if that thing is better. Alright, looks like it's lined up. Yeah, so 4 stars. We have 4. Like I said, we get an extra one every time we draft the room. So it's not related to the day that we're on or anything. Also, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 planets there. Oh yeah, I guess there's 5 here. I can see that little one. I don't think there's anything else up here that's important. Just the wheel if we needed to adjust the wheel, but well, I don't know. Turn it for the fun of it. Alright, and then this is the other side of that. Wait, what? What? Oh! It's a doorway behind the elevator. It's a doorway behind the elevator. Gives me access. I mean, we're absolutely heading right over there. It's like right next door. Oh, wait. It's less next door than I thought it was, but we're making our way over there. I hate this chapel. It's gonna steal my coin. I don't want it to, but whatever. Going? Where are we going? Where are we going? New secrets. What's happening? Pictures. Oh, an upgrade disc. Oh. Okay. So this is, yeah, a tiered cake stand and a tie. Oh, man. Okay. I know there's stuff over there. I'll check it out in a second. I'm just trying to make sure. There's no like hidden drawings or whatever stashed. Okay. Alright. Nothing back here. Nothing in there. Nothing in there. Alright. Elevator. Tell me I'm not stuck down here. Oh, that's to call it if you're already down here, maybe? The basement door is locked. Sure, use a key. The foundation underground. Okay. Alright, let me write this down on my foundation notes. Oh, man. This is sad. Where are my notes on the foundation? Do I not have any? Okay. Whatever. Alright, foundation. Alright, need door behind elevator to work. Leads to a door to the basement. Requires key. This game is so cool. Except, have we seen anything about the basement before? I think so. Okay. Requires special key. Alright, well. And then there's, yeah, the elevator and then a key card. Elevator call button is locked by electronic key card. So where's the entrance to the basement? For example, can I go outside? Like, can I start the game by essentially turning around, going outside, entering the basement from the opposite way, and then, like, coming in and calling the thing if I had a key card somehow? Like, how does that work? Oh, I don't know. This game is so cool. Alright, but at least we know how to make the foundation work. Sort of. Alright, we made the way back around to the drawing room. So now let's go west. Shall I use a key? That's fine. Haven't been to the garage yet. I can redraw floor plans infinitely? I want security. First off, I have a disk. Second off, I have the password. Password accepted. It really brings back some memories, that dial-up noise. Okay. So let me take a picture of this so I remember. All right, staff services. Punch in, punch out. Temporarily disabled. As of November 4th, all work has been suspended at Mount Holly. All domestic staff has been placed on extended paid leave in accordance with the instructions left by the old man himself. See Mrs. Babbage for more details. Staff announcements. Saturday, November 7th. I don't think anyone else has access to this network this month except you, Simon. So if you're reading this, just know we're all rooting for you. Your friends in faithful service. Take a picture of that. That's weird. Who left that for us? Because this would have been after he died. So who left this for us? Your friends in faithful service. Is it just like the staff? Like maybe they're hoping they'll all get their jobs back or something? I don't know. Request schedule changes. Alright, that's been canceled for now. Special orders. If you would like to get a specific brand of gum or your favorite fruit, the commissary is now taking special orders for all members of the staff. What would you like to order? Okay. So the brass compass. When we have the brass compass, it's more rooms that point north. When we have, I would like to order the well, no, I guess if we find all the things with magnifying glass, but it's nice to make sure that it maybe comes back around. I haven't used the metal detector yet. I don't know what the metal detector does. Running shoes is when I'm running long distance around the house. It takes less steps, or there's a chance it takes less steps. Shovel, that's for when I dig. Sleeping mask is whenever I enter a bedroom, I think it adds 2 steps, or whenever I draft a bedroom, it adds 2 steps. And a sledgehammer is always really nice. I'm going to go with the metal detector. I don't know what it does. The sledgehammer opens chests, though. I'll approve that order. Order accepted. Okay. Remote terminal access. It is possible to connect to the other active terminals elsewhere on the estate using the remote terminal access. View active ones. Security, the office offline, laboratory offline, and shelter offline. I knew there was one in the laboratory because that was the other place that people could clock in if they needed to. There's also the office, which we haven't been to, and the shelter. What is the shelter? I wonder if the shelter is like one of those, like, when we go to the campsite, past our campsite, there's like a door. It has like black and yellow like stuff on it. And I wonder if that's like the shelter. Ooh, electronic mail. Permissions of this terminal do not allow for access. Yeah, we have to be in the office, I figured. Okay. I thought I could finally read up more instructions about how to use the electric system or whatever it is. What is that room? I don't remember. Data transfers. Data transfers from Cinca are not currently available. Okay. Glossary of terms. Addition. Additions are rooms that are added to the draft pool. Most additions are removed from the draft pool each day. However, some of those additions are permanent, such as those found in the drafting studio. What's the drafting studio? Adjoining. Okay, adjoined if they're connected to each other via a thing. A bedroom, sure. Usually used for resting and regaining steps, identifiable by the violet borders of their floor plans. Call it a day. Yeah, okay. Color. Violet for bedrooms, orange for hallways, green for green rooms, yellow for shops, red for red rooms, and blue for blueprints. Contraption. Okay, that's the stuff that we make in the workshop. A dead end is a room that doesn't lead anywhere. Dig. Yeah, dig spots, okay. The directory, we've seen that. Dirigiblocks. Here we go. In the commissary, players may find an arcade cabinet for the popular game Dirigiblocks. To the dismay of the board members of the staff, the cabinet has not been in working order for the last several years. Although the game is not currently accessible, it is scheduled to be added in a future patch. Oh, that's cute. They're planning on adding it in. Dirt. Yeah, sure. Dirt, dig spots, yes. Drafting. That's where we select a floor plan. The draft pool is all the currently available rooms. Okay. Draw is when we draw one. That's when we actually, like, pick it up or put it into use, I guess. Or no. 3 floor plans are drawn, but only 1 is drafted. Okay, other way around then. Alright, the East Wing. Rooms of the house. Wait, the East Wing rooms of the house are the 9 rooms that border the very right edge of the house. Okay. Entry. Certain rooms have an effect. Oh, it's only triggered when you enter the room. Sure. The estate. This refers to all the explorable areas of Mount Holly. Okay, here we go. This is a good question. Including the rooms currently drafted as well as the grounds. The house, on the other hand, is only referring to the current rooms as shown on the blueprint. Okay, so I can take items out onto the grounds and they don't disappear because that's part of the estate for the day. Exhaust. Okay, that's when you're exhausted. Sure. Floor plans. Yep. Gems. Okay. Glossary of terms. That's what we're looking at. Entries marked question marks will become gradually revealed as you progress. Golden coins. A green room. Floor plans have a green border known as green rooms. These doors are associated with outdoor areas and gardens and are naturally synergistic with one another. Oh, okay, so like the terrace makes other green rooms do not cast gems to draft. In the greenhouse, you're more likely to draw green rooms while drafting, and in the patio, you spread gems to each green room. Interesting. Grounds. The outdoor area of the estate immediately surrounding the house may include many areas of interest, including the campsite, the apple orchard, and the west path. That's the one we haven't been able to get down. Okay, that's hallways, sure. The house is what's in the current grid. History. As an architect, you may wish... We're an architect? You may wish to view previous layouts and room configurations from days past. This useful feature can be accessed from the system menu? Oh, tell me I don't have to know which rooms, like, link with certain rooms. Alright, those are the items that are inventory items. So special items, which are the unique items, and then resource, which are keys, gems, and gold. Objects found on the estate must be left behind whenever you call it a day. Keys. Some special keys that kind of unlock special doors or rooms that only appear in specific locations in the house. Key card door, right? We know what those are. Wait. Higher frequency, the more up in rank you are. Sure. Doors are locked. Need a key. Mechanical rooms. That's like stuff where we can... Rooms where we can build things. Yeah, there's like a boiler room. Oh, the utility closet. That's the one I was thinking of earlier. Look at that. Wait. Utility closet says breaker box. Boiler room says power source. And laboratory says experimental house features. Oh, these are so cool. Alright. Network. Ooh, hang on. Local network is called Blackbridge. Nope, don't need to write that there. I need to put that in my other section of notes. Where is it? Security. There it is. Okay. So local network is Blackbridge. Interesting. Okay. Network allows users to remotely connect to other active terminals. And other handy features like this glossary. Permanent. So the foundation is permanent and the entry hall is permanent. Rank. Each row of rooms in your house makes up a rank. As you progress north, the rank increases. 9 ranks. However, among the staff, whispers of a 10th rank can often be overheard. Rarities, that's how rare the rooms are. Redraw, so that's like when we're in the drawing room or we have the dice. Beware the rooms of red. They offer powerful expansion options, but come at a dangerous cost. So the chapel, the dark room, and the gymnasium. Reset. Each morning, the house returns to its default position, but permanent changes do not reset. Sure. Security locked doors. Okay. Shop. So kitchen, commissary, and the locksmith. We haven't been in the locksmith yet. Special floor plans. These floor plans are slightly more rare and cost gems to draft. Oh, yeah. Okay. Special items, sure. Spreading items, we know that. Stars. Oh, there are several ways to increase the amount of stars visible in the night sky. Easiest method is drafting observatories. Each additional star creates new formations of constellations, which can in turn provide beneficial effects. And that's the only one they list. They don't tell me other ways. Terminal, that's what we're on right now. Tomorrow is the next... Oh, no. Oh, tomorrow rooms. Rooms that do something tomorrow. Sauna. Tomorrow you will start the day with, is it 20 extra steps? 30 extra steps? I can't tell. Mailroom, you get a package the next day. And coat check, you can check one item and retrieve it another day. Trunks, we've seen those. They contain cool stuff. Upgrades, we're going to do that here in a minute. The West Path. A charming path that winds through the wooded area that runs along the west wing of the house. This path can be accessed from the garage and the west gate, which is usually kept latched and locked. Okay, so the garage... Oh, man. Okay, we haven't been in the garage yet, or we would probably know that by now, but that's okay. I had the chance to draw it earlier, or draft it earlier, but didn't. Leads to the west path. So the gate isn't something I unlock, or maybe I can at some point, but usually kept latched and locked. So if I need to go to the west path, I gotta go through the garage. At least I'm sure once. Maybe after that you can unlatch it or something. And then the west wing, that's the stuff that borders the left edge of the house. So I wonder if, like, the rooms that you can draft on the right edge and the left edge are always, like, the same. Staff services, remote terminal access, electronic mail, data transfers, glossary of terms. Okay. Alright, but actually, yeah, insert the disc. Let's see which room we get to upgrade. Oh, for the storeroom. Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, dang. So do I want an extra key, an extra gem, or do I want to bump it from 1 coin to 10 coins? I feel like the 10 coins thing is so useful. Just because if you need to buy food at the kitchen, you can buy food at the kitchen. If you need to buy stuff at the commissary to make your journey easier, you can buy stuff at the commissary. At the same time, I feel like I run short on gems a lot, and it'd be nice to have more gems. I don't know, sometimes it feels like I have a million keys. Sometimes it feels... Oh, sorry for the yawn. Sometimes it feels like I have none. Sometimes it feels like I have a million gems. Sometimes it feels like I have none. I think I'm gonna go with the coins. These are the true hard choices. Yeah. It's just like, there's been runs where I've had 7 keys and I have to call it a day and not use them because I don't even get to where... Permanent. I wonder if that's like a... I'm gonna go with the coins because I want coins. Give me that quiche. That quiche money. That was weird. It looks like the picture in there looked like... I don't know. Also, I want to know if these particular rooms are important. Right? The library feels like it's been important. The music room we have drawn but haven't drafted it. This is the nook. This is like a vault. We've not seen the vault. This is the wine cellar, which we've seen. This is the spare room, and this is the one I was honestly hoping I would get an upgrade disc for. was to like figure out what's going on in the spare room. I don't know why it's so intriguing that there is nothing in there, but I want to know. I want to know if like you can upgrade it and like the paint gets done, or you upgrade it and it turns into something one day. This is the storeroom. This is one of the hallways. This is security. This is the office. You can see there is like the computer on the desk. This is the walk-in closet. This room I haven't seen yet. It has like shelves of items. It looks like storage. This is the nursery. We've been in there and read the book. This room I also have not seen. This room I have not seen, but this is possibly we've heard of but not seen the trophy room. That's the Nook again. That's the ballroom, and I'm really mad. I want to get in there. It's described as having a mirror-like floor, and I don't think I really looked down at the floor anytime I was in there. That's the pool. We've been in there, but I wonder if I can, like, drain it or something, and there's that, like, vault again. So I don't know. We'll see. Where am I at? Okay, so that door will go somewhere. All right. Oh, security is also a white knight. So the security room and the observatory are white knights. White knights. Chess. White knights. I know like a little bit about chess, but not like a ton. Okay. Oh, wait, yeah. No, the one here I think is the one we can already read. The unless written by hand note, which looks like it appears much clearer on there. So we could already read that one, or I could. This looks like the logo, but it looks like a crown. Alright, no other notes in here. The only thing that was here was just the password. Again, we know a swan song. Here's the card and the car. Antechamber. I'm mad about this. Antechamber has been unlocked, you liar, liar, pants on fire. Access levers. Who even knows where those are? Freaking gotta do like a million things. Kisa, check the sad. Alright, let's draw something. Give me a good room. The dark room. Oh, but is the power gonna go out? Here's the problem. I don't have the utility closet yet. Alright. Yeah, I know. I don't have a gem, so we're just gonna hope for the best. Spare bedroom. Got the key. Yeah, here's the pilot guy. And a plot of land. I think pilot and plot is good. Right? Pilot and plot, so letter I. And here's the note from what looks like to be KL. I just wanted to write you a quick note. Thank you for the weekend. Oh, right, the hunt with Lord Evanson. But then, yeah, it's all about the billiard room. And it's like, you don't need to know anything about billiards or the darts. You just need to know math. There's also like a basketball down here. We know there's lots of basketballs and a hoop in the gymnasium. There's like this little dog on a box. There's also like a lot of nautical stuff. There's like this anchor. There's a ship there, and there's like a ship wheel. I thought there was something down there. At least we got a bunch of steps back. And then, yeah, this room is a white pawn. You can see it up there. Okay. Thank you, game. Hey, power's back on. And to the garage. That's true. Even if we had drafted the garage, we would have been... And whatever the cabinet is fascinating to me. This, I'm not even going to mess with this because I don't understand it. Toggling of breaker switches may be respected unless the loss of floor plan functionality. Please call DC Power if you require assistance. Sure. Until I get to the computer to check the emails, I'm not sure I have enough information about those things. Oh, grain and rain. That's a new one. I haven't seen that one. See, this is what I mean about like the further we go. I mean, I guess I can turn it on. I just like... Ah. 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 I don't know which one to turn on. Grain and rain. So this is what I mean about like the further up in rank that I go. I've been getting, I think there's new pictures. Now, what would really prove the theory of does it matter which order they go in? Also, I think it's fascinating that I've been playing the same day this whole time. I guess we'll see next time if it's the same pictures in order. I truly don't know. Where is that? Okay, here's the bathtub and the vial that I was talking about. I saw this in the pool last time. But vial and... It might not be a vial. That's what I'm going to call it. I haven't figured these... Oh, tube and tub. Figure I'm coming in clutch. Tube and tub. Gisatek the Sadigi. Alright. This. Give me this. 11:28. Alright. Because I think this is the code for the orchard lock. So yeah, now if we go out to the orchard, this tree has been cut down, unfortunately. And I could see that it said something, but couldn't see what until I had the magnifying glass. Is anything in here important? Is this just like a way of taking selfies in like the old days? Is just being in the bathroom and taking a picture? Oh, there's also another one. I think it's over here. It's the ones of the guys. Yeah, okay, this was like, I was like, oh, it's the butler. But there's this picture. See? Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Who the hell is Hartley? What are green memos? I've never even seen a green memo. Green memos found in Hartley's room are always false. Who's Hartley? Who are you? Are you Hartley? But yeah, these two guys are definitely from that staff picture, I feel like. Now, it looks like they're in the dining room, if I had to guess, and I don't know what the room is behind them. Some room when you walk in and there's a suitcase, so maybe there's like a butler's room or something somewhere. Possibly. Print notes. HS has requested yet another print of her ladyship. I assume for one of her rooms in the West Wing, as well as an enlarged print of the enclosed photograph. He said the last development was too dark, so keep an eye on that. So she's the lady with the beauty mark. So she's the lady with the beauty mark. Who's the other lady? And this picture is the same one that is in the walk-in closet. Is this just a... Yeah, another copy of the same photo. Okay. What's this? What's this? What's this? A large battery pack provides juice to battery-powered contraptions? Oh, I've never even seen that before. I've never even seen that before. Oh no, what do I do with it? Yeah, there's this. So here's the, like, that's a queen or a king, I'm not sure. I'm not good at chess pieces. Computer, and then is this Mrs. Babbage? Do we think? Maybe it's for like the metal detector? I don't know, maybe. And then yeah, here's the picture, but there's another copy. Here's the picture of the two maids. So these are two of the maids from the thing. So there's like a scale I can weigh stuff on. I don't know if that's needed at any point. That's just the blurry copy again. Tub and tube. Lovely. It's just bathroom selfies, and yeah. Alright, am I missing anything in here? I don't know. So this is where he's focusing pictures and putting the light on things. Okay. Oh man, it's so hard because it's like I kind of want to go outside, but I kind of want to keep going. But we'll have to go over to the East Wing Hall. So we'll have to go down to security, through the drawing room. If it were me, I'd be using the magnifying glass on everything I could because I'm paranoid about this game. That's fair. That's totally fair. I mean... I feel like it's at least somewhat obvious when you should use it. But yeah, I could be making a kind of dangerous mistake doing that. This is our last north-facing room. Rumpus room. Oh, I don't have any gems. Sadness. All right, I guess we'll take the workshop. Although I still haven't been to coat check. It would be kind of cool to coat check the battery pack. I'm also kind of coming up on the end of stream. I'm not sure it'll really benefit me to workshop any items. I'm gonna do the coat check. I know that'll end our run, but that's okay. Now the question is, do I have to get back to the coat check? Oh, here's and sand. And sand. Do I have to get back to the coat check to retrieve it, though? Or will it just appear somewhere? Claim check. Ding, ding. Yeah, check an item, retrieve an item. Battery pack, just because that's really new to me. You can retrieve this item on any day you have the coat check in your house. Alright. Oh, that's just looking at, okay. He said check the sadages. I was trying to see if there was anything like chess pieces back there. This room does not appear to have a chess piece. Alright, let's make our way around out the front door. Go check out that orchard. Yeah, I can make it to the orchard. Oh, whoa, dude, it's nighttime. I've never been outside during night. I don't have any coins to make a wish. And yeah, this gate's still locked. Yeah, there's the bridge. I wonder if I can, yeah, unlatch that or something at some point. There's There's one bird bath. There's mysterious door. Don't know what that is. There's a road down there. What's this? Just plants. Is there anywhere to dig? You don't even think about dig spots outside, but it makes an incredible amount of sense. There's this door, where I was like, this door looks like it could be the shelter. A bunker, essentially. There's our campsite. There we go. And then, yeah, there's the tree that's been cut down. Alright. Let's go! Let's freaking go, dude! Oh, the apple orchard has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with an extra 20 steps. Oh, that's so nice. That's so nice. Oh, you scared me. Hi. Okay. There's a bird bath. I don't know why. But there is, and it's on my map. And then there's these things. Right, these things are... Oh, it seems bad for the apples. That's the lift. I'll bet you that there's 4 more switches somewhere. Probably like one in the west path. Oh, sorry, I had to move some stuff around because baby was trying to grab everything. Okay, so this is permanently unlocked. So okay, maybe wherever I see smoky things. Okay, all right. Oh, that's right. There's also sundial. Wah. Sundial doesn't move. Okay. The gardener's logbook. Yeah, that symbol. That like circle symbol in the middle of the holly. I feel like I've seen that somewhere. Okay. Sorry, April 10th, 92. To now. When I first came on the estate in the capacity of new groundskeeper, I was a little dismayed to find that my predecessor had kept no notes, no logbook, and no record of any kind regarding the various gardens and green rooms of the house under his care. As a result of this improvidence, ooh, that's a word. In the first few months of my post, I suffered an embarrassing a number of embarrassing professional blunders that I believe could have been avoided with even a few scraps of imparting wisdom from the previous groundsman. To that end, I will make an effort to make some record of my dealings on the estate, inasmuch as it pertains to horticulture and general tomfoolery. Robert Nagala. He is the groundskeeper. Okay. Among my many commissioned duties, I have been tasked with the conservation and oversight of Mount Holly's alluring grounds. My domain stretches from gate to gate and encompasses the apple orchard, the entrance drive, and the east yard. Fortunately for my workload, the maintenance of the west grounds has not been a priority since Lady Epson's death and the ensuing closure of the west wing. Lady Epson is Lady Clara Epson, the one that we saw in the photo with Simon. Nevertheless, I take some pride in my work, so I still endeavor to brush the west path weekly, even if none but myself take notice. In addition to maintaining the grounds, there are 8 green rooms within the house that require some level of upkeep and light groundskeeping. The majority of these I discovered are only draftable on the perimeter of the house along the east and west wings. The terrace, patio, veranda, morning room, greenhouse, and secret garden all fall within this category. So the morning room is the one that we know we can draw. Only if we've like eaten bacon and eggs or something, or if we eat bacon and eggs, it's added to like, I think that day's pool or the next day's pool or something. Secret garden. Secret garden. Secret garden. In the West Wing. Oh. The soil survey. One of the first tasks I undertook as groundkeeper was to conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on both the east and west wings of the house. What? What? Conduct a survey of the various plots of soil underneath each slot on the east and west wing. Okay, and while I would have preferred a full survey of all 45, it was clear the inconvenience such an undertaking would produce was in no way worth the extra data, especially considering the rooms that would benefit from the survey only ever appear on the wings. So this is showing us how good the soil quality is when we draft a green room on the edge of the house. To quantify soil quality, measure the soil's capacity to support crop growth, maximize promise of high yields. Survey ended up taking 2 weeks due to some difficulty reaching a higher ranks, but the project was well worth the effort. As suspected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit. Have I not noticed any fruit? Has there been fruit and I've been missing it? The room position has a direct or does it only happen like after I find this shed? As suspected, the room position has a direct relationship to the amount of fruit spread from the gardens and the amount of flowers that can bloom in a greenhouse. So we want to try and get, if we get the greenhouse, we want to draw it on like the west side of the house. Or east side. Smudge pots. Okay, a few years ago, the Baron made the long overdue decision to switch from gas lighting to electrical power. The installation of the new system was a substantial undertaking, as almost every room in the house had to be equipped with new fixtures and wiring. How do you even do that in a house that changes daily? Thankfully, these renovations did not extend beyond the mansion's interior, and all the lamps and equipment used outside of the house are still connected and powered by gas line, including but not limited to the orchard's smudge pots. Smudge pots found among the apple trees here in the orchard are a critical necessity thanks to the cold temperatures and high altitude of the estate. These gas-burning stack heaters prevent frost and should be kept on during the winter months to ensure a daily yield of apple. When the smudge pots are not in use, the orchard's gas line should be turned off to conserve resources for the estate's other gas-powered machinery and appliances. This doesn't feel like it's winter time out now, but I don't know. After a few months of idleness, I finally have a new cause to champion, and I have submitted a request for a change of scenery. Specifically, I would like to replace the statue of Orinda, currently in the cloister, with the much more appropriate angel Rinna. After all, as beautiful as the statue is, shouldn't the greenery of Mount Holly be governed by the paragon of gardening? Though amused, I do not think Anne took the request too seriously. I wonder if it's Anne Babbage. Hang on. I'm gonna start writing things on the family tree, but maybe there's an Anne Babbage? Right, 'cause she's like the house supervisor. Okay, and we have this angel. Okay. I do not think she took the request too seriously, though she did humor me and listen to me rave and pontificate on the subject for the better part of our lunch yesterday. And she wonders why I avoid tending the cloister. Truth be told, I have forgotten how to access the inner garth, and am too scared of chastisement to probe for the particulars a third time. My best rendition, pretty good considering I have only seen Rinna's depiction in the chapel. So Rinna is this angel of gardening from the chapel. Let me write that down. Mila is the maid, and the farmer with the hoe is Rinna. R-Y-N-N-A. Okay. Alright. And that's it. I can't click anymore. Okay. So then whoever is in the cloister is Orinda. And I wonder if that's the queen with the scepter and the shield. I've forgotten how to access the inner Garth. Yeah, I don't know how we did it either, but... Should we get a lawnmower? What's this? I don't know what that is. It's not a very good shed. Alright. I can't... Press C to crouch? No. Okay. Alright. Well... It's a weirdly shaped shed. Alright, so what's up with this sundial? I'm gonna take a picture of it. I might also Google how do sundials work, because I don't know. Like when it's, I feel like when it's lined up where it's like pointing, that's noon. So it'd be like 2. I'm not entirely sure that's how that works though. Alright. Fascinating. Alright, well we also just have the password. I feel like we accomplished so much this time. Okay, there's nowhere really to... Go check out the thing that I think is an elevator. Ah, birdie. We got a couple extra steps. The thing that we lit on fire over there. I'm surprised how much of this stuff is like broken. Like you'd think that they would have kept some of this more, I don't know, fixed. So I'm really curious about the waterfall and about whatever's happening down there. Alright, I knew this thing had pipes to it. I had seen those and I'd even like mentioned like, is there a way to turn them on? Now we know. So there's probably 3 more that I need to find. The question is where? The other thing, too, that I thought is that this might somehow lead to the basement. You know? It's like a bunch of boxes. We'll see. But I think that's gonna be it, man. I can't believe we only did 1 day for this whole stream. Oh yeah, there's still this, the like minecart area. Looks like they got cart tracked or something. It's also really cool to see this place kind of at nighttime. Is that clock going? Yes, it is. Albeit very slowly. But it is. I don't have any coins to make a wish or anything. And just checking. Yeah, I got nowhere else to go. Permanent additions. The apple orchard. Okay. I feel like this is a really good day. I feel like we learned a lot. Thank you all so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Let me just go ahead and call it a day. That way I know it's saved. Call it. But yeah, that was so cool. Again, I'm obsessed with this game. I'm loving it. Like I said, I spent like a couple hours taking notes. We got a mid-sized villa, rank reach 6, 57 steps, 3 items, but 3 new rooms. So I think that's pretty good. We got what? We got the maid chamber, the coat check, and the East Wing Hall, I think. Man, I really want to find like the aquarium again. I really want to go in the garage, but now we also have to remember we need the utility closet before we can go in the garage because the power will go off. But hopefully that'll get us another like permanent addition. I wonder if like all the permanent additions are like the mines or something, you know, or the shelter. That's what I think is behind that door. I don't know, but like hopefully we'll get some more permanent areas. But this thing is so cool. We also really need to figure out the code to the safe in the drawing room. I really want to figure figure that out. I'm also happy that we figured out how to use the Foundation elevator. That just felt really, really good. Yeah, I don't know. This was a lot of fun. I thought it was really cool. I hope you all had a great time. I definitely did. And like I said, I'm loving this game. So who was it? What was their name? Nauseum. Yeah, Nauseum. Y'all, that team, they crushed it. Thank you for playtesting the game and giving them feedback and making sure that this is amazing, because this experience has been great. And I've been enjoying it so much. So really excited. We're going to keep playing this for every foreseeable stream. White Star Witcher, thank you so much. Have a good night. Yeah, get some rest. Let's see if there's anybody to stream. I'm sure there is. Lots of people on Tuesday Drew's Day, I think. Oh, this person says stream ends when I beat Blueprints. That was like the first thing that came up. Oh no. Is it so hard not to watch anybody else's like playthroughs, because I just don't want to get spoiled at all. It's like my worst nightmare. Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna go raid Old Sea Hag. They are doing that's so funny. So they're raising money for, I can't remember, it's some kind of, I think it's called Mermaids. I think it's some kind of cause in the UK, and I'm not sure what it is, but I knew they were doing some kind of fundraiser. It's just so funny. They're calling it Nancy Blues Day. It says Blueprints and then more Nancy Drew Shadow Ranch. So they're doing Nancy Blues Day. So we'll go right over there and see what they're up to. Oh yeah, a UK-based charity providing information, education, crisis support for trans and non-binary youth. So that's what they're working on. So we'll go right over there. But thank you all so much for hanging out. I really appreciate it. I'm glad I am a pro spoiler type. Give me all the details. No, give me none of the details. But yeah, so I don't know. I enjoyed it. We'll probably play this again on Thursday, and we'll probably play it again on Sunday. And we're going to keep on playing this until we beat it, because this is my new favorite game so far. As long as they don't like flub the landing at the end of all this, like this is like game of the year so far for me. This is wonderful. So, all right, I will see you guys all next time. Hope you have a great night, and yeah, see you later. Bye, everybody.